What if I told you that the secret to living a life of unshakable peace and clarity has been within you all along? Imagine breaking free from the endless cycle of stress, anxiety, and overthinking, not by escaping life's challenges, but by embracing them with a new mindset. The art of detachment is not about running away from emotions or avoiding connections. Rather, it's about rising above emotional turmoil to see things clearly and respond with purpose. Detachment empowers you to take control of your mind, freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering while allowing you to focus on what truly matters. In this journey, we'll uncover the transformative power of detachment meditation and how it fosters emotional freedom that elevates your relationships, sharpens your decision-making, and brings balance to your life. Rooted in ancient Stoic philosophy and enriched by mindfulness principles, mastering detachment will help you cultivate the resilience and wisdom to face life with strength, clarity, and grace. True emotional liberation isn't about resisting life. It's about living it fully and freely. What is detachment? Detachment isn't indifference. It's not about withdrawing from life or becoming emotionally numb. Instead, true detachment is a profound act of wisdom. It's about perceiving the world as it truly is, temporary, ever-changing, and largely outside of your control. It's the understanding that your happiness and peace shouldn't depend on external factors like possessions, outcomes, or even relationships. The ancient Stoics captured this concept with the term apatheia. Contrary to its surface meaning, apatheia doesn't imply apathy or a lack of care. Instead, it represents a serene state of being where one remains unshaken by the inevitable chaos and unpredictability of life. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, captured this idea beautifully when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Detachment is the embodiment of this principle. It's the practice of focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and perspective, while accepting what lies beyond your influence with grace and resilience. Far from making you disengaged, detachment empowers you to engage with life more fully and freely, without being weighed down by unrealistic expectations or uncontrollable outcomes. The law of detachment. The law of detachment, which finds its roots in both ancient philosophies like Stoicism and modern mindfulness practices, teaches a powerful yet simple principle: let go of the need to control outcomes. This idea is transformative because when we cling to things, whether it's a career goal, a relationship, or even our emotions, we inadvertently give those things power over us. The more we attach ourselves to these outcomes, the more we allow external circumstances to dictate our internal peace. This is where excessive attachment leads to suffering. The stronger our attachment, the greater the emotional turmoil we experience when things don't go as planned. Practicing detachment doesn't mean disengaging from life, but rather shifting the focus from trying to control everything to focusing on what we can control: our actions and responses. By setting clear intentions and trusting the process, we free ourselves from the constant need for validation or approval from outside forces. We acknowledge that, while we can work hard toward a goal, the outcome is often beyond our control. This mindset not only reduces anxiety and fear, but also diminishes disappointment. It teaches us that true peace comes from internal growth, not from the pursuit of external validation or success. Why detachment matters in today's world. In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly bombarded with stimuli designed to grab our attention and stir our emotions. Whether it's the endless scrolling on social media, the chaotic news cycles, or even the day-to-day interactions with people who seek to pull us in different directions. This constant influx of information and emotion can quickly overwhelm the mind, leading to stress, confusion, and a lack of clarity. Here is where emotional detachment becomes a vital tool. It acts as a shield that helps you filter out the noise. Rather than reacting impulsively to every emotion or external situation, detachment allows you to maintain your focus on what truly matters, freeing you from the distraction of trivial concerns. However, detachment isn't about disengaging from life or becoming numb to the world around you. It's about learning to engage with life fully, but without allowing your desires, fears, or external outcomes to control you. By practicing detachment, you embrace the mindset of saying, "I will give my best effort in everything I do, but I will not allow the results to define me." This shift allows you to experience life with greater peace, balance, and resilience, all while staying true to your purpose and values. Practical strategies to master detachment. 1. Detachment meditation. Meditation serves as an incredibly powerful tool for cultivating detachment, allowing you to train your mind to release unnecessary attachments to thoughts, emotions, and outcomes. One of the simplest and most effective ways to practice detachment through meditation is by focusing on mindful breathing. Begin by sitting comfortably and directing your attention to the natural rhythm of your breath, noticing the inhale and exhale without trying to control or change it. As thoughts inevitably arise, instead of engaging with them or getting caught up in their narrative, practice observing them with curiosity and without judgment. View them as passing clouds in the sky, transient, fleeting, and not an essential part of your identity. This form of detachment meditation teaches you the vital lesson that you are not your thoughts. They come and go, but your true self remains unchanged. Over time, this practice helps you cultivate emotional freedom, reducing the influence of negative or distracting thoughts and enabling you to live more fully in the present moment with clarity and peace. 2. Focus on what you can control. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, famously highlighted the dichotomy of control, which serves as a cornerstone of Stoic thought. He believed that the key to emotional freedom lies in recognizing and accepting the distinction between what is within your control and what is not. According to Epictetus, you have full command over your actions, decisions, and attitude, but you cannot control the outcomes, other people's opinions, or external events. This understanding is powerful because it allows you to direct your energy toward what you can influence, your responses and mindset, rather than wasting time and emotional energy on things beyond your reach. By focusing on your internal state and letting go of the need to control external factors, you free yourself from unnecessary stress, anxiety, and frustration. This practice of controlling your reactions and maintaining peace within yourself regardless of external circumstances enables you to lead a life of tranquility, unshaken by the unpredictable nature of the world around you. 3. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your mindset from a place of lack to one of abundance. In a world where we're often conditioned to focus on what's missing, whether it's material possessions, success, or approval, gratitude redirects your attention to the present moment and the blessings you already possess. By cultivating gratitude, you naturally start to appreciate what you have rather than constantly chasing after more. This shift in focus reduces the urge to cling to desires and mitigates the fear of loss, both of which are major sources of emotional turmoil. When you acknowledge the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small, you strengthen your emotional resilience and cultivate a deeper sense of peace. One effective way to practice gratitude daily is by starting a gratitude journal. Every day, write down at least 3 things you're thankful for. Whether it's your health, relationships, or even the simple joys of life, like a warm cup of coffee. This simple practice not only boosts your mood, but also trains your brain to seek out the good in your life, fostering a mindset of abundance and contentment. Over time, This shift can lead to lasting emotional freedom, as you become less dependent on external circumstances for your happiness. 4. Reframe your perspective. When something doesn't go as planned, it's easy to become overwhelmed by immediate emotions like frustration, anger, or disappointment. However, a simple yet powerful question can help shift your perspective. Will this matter in a year? In 5 years? By asking yourself this, you gain the ability to detach from the short-term emotional storm and focus on the bigger picture. This mental shift allows you to step back and view the situation with greater clarity, recognizing that many of the challenges we face are fleeting and often insignificant in the grand scheme of our lives. It's a reminder that problems and setbacks are often temporary, and our emotional responses don't need to be permanent. This technique helps you preserve emotional energy, avoid unnecessary stress, and make decisions with a clear, calm mind rather than reacting impulsively. It fosters a sense of resilience, helping you move forward with a balanced mindset, knowing that even if things don't go as planned, they won't define your future. 5. Set healthy boundaries. Emotional detachment doesn't equate to distancing yourself from others or shutting people out. Rather, it's about safeguarding your peace and mental well-being. It's about recognizing when certain relationships or situations are draining your energy, causing stress, or overwhelming your emotions. The key to emotional detachment is setting clear boundaries, learning to say no when necessary, without feeling guilty or fearful of others' reactions. By practicing detachment in this way, you create the emotional space you need to maintain inner calm. Surround yourself with individuals who respect these boundaries and nurture your well-being. It's not about rejecting people, but about embracing healthier relationships that empower you, allowing you to engage with others without losing your sense of self. This form of detachment enables you to invest emotionally in the relationships that truly matter, while protecting yourself from toxic dynamics that can disrupt your peace of mind. 6. Embrace impermanence. Life is transient, and this truth is both humbling and liberating. Everything we chase in life, our achievements, possessions, and even our relationships, are all temporary. Nothing lasts forever. This constant flow of change can stir anxiety and fear, especially when we become overly attached to certain outcomes or milestones. However, by embracing this impermanence, we can shift our focus from clinging to what we have or desire to appreciating the present moment. The Stoics understood this deeply, often reminding themselves with the phrase memento mori, which translates to remember that you will die. This reminder wasn't meant to induce despair, but to inspire a deeper appreciation for the fleeting nature of life. When we accept that time is limited, we begin to cherish what we have now, letting go of the need to control everything around us. It allows us to live more fully in the present, free from the anxiety of what might slip away and more focused on what we can experience right now. The key to emotional freedom and inner peace, then, lies in accepting life's impermanence and learning to embrace each moment with gratitude and awareness. Improved emotional resilience. Detachment plays a crucial role in shaping how we respond to life's challenges. When we practice detachment, we train ourselves to step back and assess situations with a calm, clear mind instead of reacting impulsively. Instead of being driven by immediate emotions, such as anger, frustration, or fear, we give ourselves the space to evaluate the situation logically and thoughtfully. This pause allows us to respond in a way that is more aligned with our values and goals, rather than being swayed by external circumstances or fleeting emotions. In times of stress or conflict, detachment helps us avoid knee-jerk reactions that can lead to regret or escalation. By detaching ourselves from the intensity of the moment, we are able to maintain emotional control, make better decisions, and preserve our inner peace. Ultimately, detachment empowers us to navigate challenges with resilience, poise, and wisdom, rather than getting caught up in the turbulence of reactive behavior. Stronger relationships. Releasing expectations is one of the most liberating actions you can take in any relationship. When you let go of the need to control how others behave or how they respond to you, you create space for them to be their authentic selves. This allows you to connect on a deeper, more genuine level, free from the pressure of needing things to unfold in a certain way. Expectations can often lead to disappointment or frustration, as people may not meet the standards or fulfill the roles you've imagined for them. However, when you release these expectations, you open the door for true acceptance. Instead of trying to shape someone into your version of who they should be, you embrace them as they are, flaws and all. This fosters trust, mutual respect, and a deeper sense of understanding, as both parties feel free to show up as their real selves. In this way, detachment isn't about distancing yourself emotionally. It's about deepening the connection through acceptance and presence. Clarity in decision-making. When we allow emotions to cloud our judgment, our decisions often become reactive and driven by immediate feelings, rather than clear logic or long-term goals. Emotions like fear, anger, or desire can distort our perception, pushing us to make choices based on temporary impulses or external pressures, rather than a true reflection of what aligns with our values and purpose. However, when we practice emotional detachment and learn to step back from these immediate emotional reactions, we begin to approach situations with greater clarity and objectivity. This detachment enables us to assess circumstances more logically, weighing the pros and cons without being swept away by intense feelings. As a result, our decisions become more aligned with our deeper intentions and long-term objectives, rather than the fleeting whims of emotion. By fostering emotional clarity, we can make choices that truly reflect our purpose, leading to more fulfilling outcomes and a life that feels more intentional and meaningful. Inner peace. The less you cling to things, the less you suffer, and this principle is at the heart of emotional detachment. Clinging to external outcomes, whether it's material possessions, specific relationships, or even fleeting emotions, creates an attachment that binds your happiness to the uncontrollable. The more tightly you hold on to these things, the more vulnerable you become to disappointment, frustration, and pain when they inevitably change or disappear. Detachment, however, allows you to experience life as it is, without the emotional roller coaster that comes with attachment. It frees you from the burden of expectations and the constant striving for things beyond your control. When you detach, you create space for inner peace and tranquility to enter. You begin to live with a sense of calm, knowing that your happiness and sense of self-worth are not tied to transient circumstances. This true tranquility is not the absence of emotions, but the ability to experience them without being swept away by them. In this state, you find the freedom to live fully and authentically, unaffected by the ups and downs of life. Conclusion. Detachment is often misunderstood as a form of giving up or disengaging from life. In reality, it's about letting go, not of the things that matter, but of the emotional attachments that bind us to outcomes, expectations, and temporary pleasures. True freedom doesn't come from trying to control everything around us, but from mastering our own reactions, thoughts, and emotions. This is where the art of detachment becomes transformative. By embracing this practice, rooted deeply in Stoic wisdom and mindfulness, we gain the ability to rise above external chaos and remain centered in our own peace. Detachment allows us to free ourselves from unnecessary burdens, whether it's resentment, anxiety, or the constant need for validation, and create space for true emotional freedom. It's not about withdrawing from life, but rather engaging with it from a place of inner stability. So, ask yourself, what are you holding on to that no longer serves your growth or peace? What might your life look like if you let go of those attachments? The path to peace is simpler than we often realize. It begins with one small yet powerful step: detachment. Are you ready to take it and unlock the freedom and clarity you deserve?